Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians Cast, episode 514. I am your host, Matrixlord 212, and I am with Stephen Price. What's up, Stephen?
All right, Joe.
How you been, bro?
Okay, fine.
Okay, so I never really got your opinion on the air of what you thought about, like in general, Series 8 as a whole. So I really want to get your intake on it.
I loved every bit of it. I found no faults in the episodes at all,
Yeah, Peter Capaldi's a strong actor.
The only one I give a low rating was, I can't remember the episode now, with the
Time
with the
Heist.
robber band.
Time Heist. I hated that one.
Yeah,
Time Heist.
I give that about a 7,
I think I gave it about. I think I passed everything. But hey, Connor,
Hello.
what's up?
Nothing much.
So we're talking with Stephen Price, and he's given his because I didn't get his opinion on the Series 8. Hey, Louie. Happy New Year, Louie. All right, he's not in yet. Hey, Louie.
Hello.
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year!
How are you, sir?
Fantastic. Absolutely. Everyone's at peace again.
Yes.
Great.
We love peace, man. Who else just came in?
Do you have a good Christmas?
I had a fantastic Christmas. I had all my family around, the Brulos, amazing. That's my sister and everybody. So it was a great, great Christmas. I got my kids together. We had a nice big party. Lasted into the next day. And we had a great New Year's, me and Sharon. So fantastic. How was yours?
It was great, thanks. Just watched lots of telly, ate lots of food. Doctor Who, Last Christmas.
I found myself watching the marathons.
Yeah,
Here
same.
and
I
there.
watched Christmas Carol, The End of Time, and then Snowman about 3 times. That was on repeat non-stop.
Right.
Time of the Doctor. But I think Russell T Davis does the best Christmas one.
Right.
More
Now,
bits
you
and
guys
more
could
Russ.
share. You guys could share the link with everybody. Yeah, anybody can come in here. So it's a first podcast of 2015. Whovians Cast. I'm very excited. Very excited to talk to Stephen Price. Let me finish up with Stephen Price first, and then I'll jump on to you, Louie, and then you, Connor, and then Charlie. What's
Cool.
up, Charlie? All right, so Stephen Price. The Time Heist episode you didn't like. I didn't like either, but I still gave it a passing grade. There was some good moments from the episodes. I still feel, even though some of them I didn't like. Did you feel that as well?
Yeah.
Did you? There was some things that we liked about Time Heist, right? I mean, the creature I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, the creature was great,
I liked Miss Delphox also. I want her to return. Or a clone of her, whatever. I mean, you know.
The rest of the series was excellent,
Right. Now, I have to ask your opinion about the finale, because I didn't really get to hear what you thought of the finale.
Great.
Besides thinking it's great, right? The resolution, though, I had a problem with. Why she did all that, Missy, to just, like, hand it over to the doctor, like, happy birthday. I mean, obviously she's nuts. She's the master. So whatever she does makes no friggin' sense half the times. But to just hand them over the army like that, happy birthday, and basically almost doing a Cyberman Macarena, I had a hard time with that. Because I'm like, that's it. I would have wanted to see the doctor, like, defeat the Cyberman or something. And then the Danny Pink thing, I had a problem with Moffat stealing the scene from Doomsday, where Rose woke up from the bed and she's like, Rose. She goes on bed, Wolf Bay, and, and it's just like, I felt that Moffat subconsciously is taking from movies and episodes and not realizing it. and then after it's done, it's like, oh yeah, you know. To me, it was a copy. Now, people could say no, that's fine, but where are we going now? Like Last Christmas night, did you love the Last Christmas?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Okay. Is there anything you didn't like about it?
The scene with the girl and that Christmas song, that's the only part of it I didn't like.
Right. The dancing and stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
I had a problem with, did you ever see Inception?
Yeah, I didn't like the movie itself, but I loved the special effects.
Right. This was basically Inception. Instead of the top spinning, you saw the tangerine at the end.
Yeah.
Another thing I didn't realize was that in the Christmas Invasion, Mickey Smith goes to Rose Tyler and says, all right, you have to be the doctor now. And she's about to talk to Sycorax. She never really got a chance. And then he used me and Connor were talking about this, a Satsuma. What was that, Connor?
Yeah, it was a Satsuma.
Satsuma is part of the orange family, hence Tangerine family.
Yeah.
So again, we have the tangerine used in a Christmas special, like the first Christmas special of Doctor Who. So I just want to see what my main point for Series 9 is, Stephen Price, is I want Stephen Moffat to leave the freaking writers alone and let them write what they have to write without any interference from him, as long as it's within budget, because I feel that he's sticking his hand in the scripts too much lately, and it's becoming his scripts as well. And we got from dark to light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. I got like a headache. We have like
I would like to see it getting darker. I love darker episodes.
but consistently, not like light, dark, right? It's like turning the light switch on and off. It's like he's doing all the kids are in the forest and he got this. Oh, that's nice. And then next thing you know, you have like dead bodies rising from the grave. And then you have Last Christmas was dark too. Let's just stay consistent with, what we're trying to say. I say as an overall message. If you're going to be dark, the whole season has to be dark.
I didn't have a problem with the Brigadier as a Cyberman.
Really?
So, Katie Manning tweeted that he would have loved that.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, she would know. So if that's the case, then if she knows better than anybody else about what he would, Nicholas Courtney.
He would have loved that to see it, seen that happening. Like,
well, that's a different story then. See, I was under the impression that they did it disrespectfully, not really thinking about it.
She said it was like a great tribute to him,
Okay. Then my attitude has changed towards that. As long as that's the way it happened. Okay. So you like Missy as the master, female master?
Yes, but is she the master though?
Why, you still think she's not?
She might not be.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be an interesting take, that she's not the master.
Mm.
Or she could be, she could be a copy of the master or something. He just did. I don't know. That would be an interesting take. Totally.
When the episode with Paul McGann, he had to, there was 2 drinks.
Yeah, you could drink
one of them, he could become a woman.
Right.
Could that have happened to, John Sims' master? He drank the woman's portion.
Mm-hmm. It could have been. There was also speculation that he didn't regenerate, but used the nether sphere to create a body for himself. That was hinted at by Missy. That she said something about I could just create bodies. I don't have no problem. Which means Danny Pink can come back.
Yeah.
And Osgood technically could come back if she's hooked up to the nether sphere, because if something happens, Danny Pink got hit by a car, so maybe Osgood's consciousness could be in the nether sphere. Who knows? All right, so I'm going to go with my rest of my panel now. Thank you, Stephen Price. I'm going to go with Louie Bean. What's up, Louie?
Hello. I haven't been on for ages.
I know, man.
There's so much to talk about.
Yeah, so let's hear your point of view.
Sorry?
Let's hear your point of view on
What, on the...
Doctor Who.
I think I didn't... Well, I don't think I came on and talked about the finale. But I thought it was absolutely terrible. I thought the Cybermen would... The Cybermen were really underused. They were slaves. They didn't have... They were just... If you had to just ruin a whole monster, their whole scare was taken away. They're like Iron Man.
Right.
And Missy, like, I don't think the Master should be female. It's not me being sexist, because I think if you want to have a great female character, you don't have to use a man to do that. Make your own female character.
Okay.
Because females are strong, they don't need to have a man to do it.
Right.
And I just thought, but Michelle Gomez is brilliant and everything, but I thought the lines, like, if they were trying to convince me, like, I don't think they did a very good job, because she didn't have many lines in the episode. She was weird. The whole, like, when she said that she was behind the phone number, it was really predictable, but yet it didn't lead anywhere.
Yeah, I have a problem with Stephen Moffat wrapping up the year's worth of storyline mysteries in a sentence.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Fans.
And after watching the episode, I actually sent a complaint to the BBC.
Okay.
And then it's because it was basically, it wasn't a hate to Stephen Moffat, it was just saying the lack of ideas has really run out. Like, the whole, as soon as I watched the bit with Clara, I thought, oh my god, it's exactly the same scene as Rose from Doomsday, and everyone was like, no, it's not. And I was like, yes, it is.
I said the same thing.
She wakes up, she hears the whispering, Clara, Clara, looks over, the void thing opens, and I was like, ugh. But like, I sent a complaint, and then a couple of days, like the day I got an email back saying it was received, Stephen Moffat said that he has not run out of ideas. So it said they sent it to the head of department of Doctor Who, so he must have sent it. So I'm just wondering if that was his reply, that he hasn't run out of ideas.
It could be, or it could be the podcast that everybody's done, different shows.
It was just the day I sent the thing, the day I got my reply, it came up with that thing.
Oh, so it was probably him. It was probably
it was just, it was me and Katia did it. It just made us laugh, because we were like,
hi, Katia.
Yeah, she'll be on one day. She wants to come back. But what was I going to say? I got the Writer's Tale for Christmas, and I've read it. And it's if you've read it,
What is it?
The Writer's Tale by Russell T Davies.
No, I want to read it.
You would absolutely love it. Moffat ripped out ideas from that as well. Like, the Dalek Prime Minister was going to be in the End of Time.
Wow.
Cybermen Rising from the Graves is going to be in the next Doctor.
Wow.
And it was just like, I read it and I was like, oh my god, you stole these ideas. And it just made me get really angry, and I was like, he needs to go now.
I have a feeling
he did make sorry for interrupting, he did make another book. He did write another book after that one.
Yeah. Is it the final edition? The final chapter? Yeah, that's the one I got. That's the one I got.
All right.
It's got the two merged into it. It's a really good read. It's really interesting, because you see a whole different side of the writing, and like the episodes like Fires of Pompeii and most of Series 4, like, he wrote loads to it, but he doesn't get the co-credit.
Right.
So Moffat must be doing that with loads of his scripts as well. The showrunners do a lot of writing that isn't credited, and it kind of shows in the book, and it's like his whole journey through him leaving the show. You have Companion that was going to be in Series 4 called Penny Carter, and she's never even in it. Wow. It's really good. Really good. But, I read that, and I was just like, ugh, watched the Christmas special, and I thought it was good. Probably Moffat's best one, but there was no need for Santa at all. Father Christmas shouldn't have. That made me angry, and it was ripping off other ideas, like Don't Think, that was used in Time Heist. The dream crabs were cool and everything, but it was. And then the ending with Clara being old, I was like, really? Is this how you're going to end her? And then I was just so disappointed when it was a dream again. I was like, oh, can she just die already? I'm sorry. I don't feel like I've connected with her at all, like a bit in Series 8, but then Dark Heaven, Dark Water, she just looked like a complete horrible character, really selfish towards the Doctor and stuff, and I was just like...
Yeah, I don't like Clara's portrayal that way.
No, I know, she was like, get here now, like blackmailing him.
Yeah, I don't like that. I know a friend of mine, King Scribe, had just been a video yesterday about, and we did comments about it last night. He really feels that the Doctor is Clara's bitch, and he gave examples why that's the case. And I said, like, I really can't dispute that. It looks that way. I'm just hoping that Moffat clears this up. But getting back to the finale, I do feel that that is not the Cybermen that we know. I feel
Yeah.
that just like the Terminator being reprogrammed by John Connor, she reprogrammed a division of Cybermen, maybe a handful, and controlled them to her will, which will blow up in her face because when the real Cybermen return, I feel, because they were never like soldiers to anybody.
And it
They,
was never explained.
even with
Why
the
would?
Daleks, they in Doomsday, they like, no, we're going to take over the world, not you. You know, there is, maybe with the exception of the Alliance, where they all tried to stop the Doctor and Pandora opens and Big Bang, but they never obeyed anybody. As far as,
It's ridiculous.
I mean, the Master
And
worked
it's
with
like,
them, but before, but
sorry, no, I was just gonna say like, they didn't explain anything like why the Master left Gallifrey, but and like why he regenerated, if he regenerated, I don't believe it's the Master. I'm still a bit like, ugh, it's Rani or someone, because they didn't reveal anything, and then they said, oh, she's like here's Gallifrey, and then he went to find Gallifrey in the coordinates. It's like, surely he would have looked there in the first place.
yeah. Now, what do you say, Connor?
I like Missy. I mean, I've always said that I'm a huge fan of Missy's character, Michelle Gomez, and I think that her performance, particularly in Dark Water, was one of the best villains I've ever seen in New Who, because she was terrifying.
Yeah,
She's got this human form as well, and that's rare to make a really, really terrifying humanoid character. And I just think that Michelle Gomez, cause she's kind of like that in every role that she's ever had. Like in Bad Education, she was a bit of a psychopath.
And Grimward.
Yeah, and Green Ward as well. She was a bit loopy, so she can pull that off really well. And I think like the psychotic when she was killing everyone, like Osgood, etc., and the guards, it was brilliant because
right.
like, we've never really seen that. The Master has been psychotic, obviously with John Sim, but I felt that she was kind of more of a psycho than he was. She was just made arranged, so I really liked her character.
Can I just say, I forgot to say it quickly, like what Connor said, I think Michelle Gomez is a great actress and everything, but again, I felt that the character of the Master, like this incarnation, was just a rip-off of John Sim, like overly top mad, and I was like, no, it just didn't fit well. I don't know. I like Michelle Gomez and she has really creepy vibes and stuff, but maybe just a better dialogue, and the whole Osgood getting killed, that was just, the guards just stood there and, ugh, sorry.
You know, I was thinking about it because I remember what the line she said from the finale, that I've been up and down your timeline, and I'm like, well, wouldn't it be funny that she was going to encounter the 11th Doctor? I was making a joke because we were watching the marathon, and I remember in the 11th hour, he busted the whole red telephone booth, you know? And it was like, you imagine if that was actually hers and he didn't realize it, and like you really screwed it up, so she could not battle him because she's too busy trying to rebuild her TARDIS or something, or something the whole time that the 11th Doctor was around, and then she's just like, you have to see, like, then maybe her TARDIS was messed up and she had the silence blow up the TARDIS so that way she can get a chunk of TARDIS so she can send the silence back in time, and maybe the Madam Antiquarians went back in time to grow a TARDIS, and then she finally, and then you've seen the TARDIS in Lodge, you've seen the TARDIS in Day of the Moon. Like, all this stuff is tied with Missy, where she's trying to get her TARDIS back, and I'm like trying to like piece it together, and I'm like, and maybe like Clara is like sort of like a walking camcorder where she can keep tabs on the Doctor, because she with her iPad or whatever. But I feel, I think Missy was interfering with the 11th timeline from the 11th hour on. I feel from the very beginning. that, and because of some circumstance, she just wasn't able to interact with him because something fluke or something happened. Because don't forget, I mean, she was part of that, them coming together with the, from Bells of St. John. But before that, obviously that was like the future, even though it's the past, whatever. It's like, Salmon Daleks and Snowmen, everything's like out of order, like River. So, she's the one that orchestrated the whole thing with Clara, and then the timeline and the Great Time. Like, I just feel it's all interconnected, so to speak.
And she was in Day of the Doctor as well, as I mentioned. I think it was yesterday with the picture frame. She put her hand around the picture frame, and no one noticed it until like a year later.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. Yeah, I saw a picture of that on Facebook.
And it's her hand because it's got exactly the same rings, nail makeup and everything like that.
When was that?
But Moffat denied it at a screening.
Okay.
Someone asked him and he said it's not true.
That's how she escaped Gallifrey, but they'll mention that in Series 9 probably.
Okay.
They probably used it as a cheap excuse.
The painting was like a direct link to Gallifrey, wasn't it? Because that's how the three Doctors got out.
Right.
So it's probably exactly the same with Missy.
And she just somehow tried to rebuild her TARDIS.
Yeah, or something. And then she founded the Nethersphere or whatever.
Right.
But surely he would have known if there was another TARDIS out there.
No, because he didn't even know. They used to sense each other like Time Lords, and then so he blocked that.
He thought that he was the last Time Lord because
he always felt that.
Yeah. So
Charlie,
looking, I don't think.
Charlie, that's you down there, right, Charlie? Is that you, Charlie, down there?
I think he's aware. Is he? Don't know.
I don't know. You there, Charlie? That is Charlie, right?
Yeah, that's
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
Oh, there you are. Finally. Okay. Have you been hearing what we've been talking about?
I have heard every single word.
Okay, so give me your take.
All right. The Death in Heaven. I thought it was a good episode. I liked Missy. Yeah, you could probably say she might not be the Master, or she could be. I guess it could go either way depending on how they want to play it, because she could be just taking on his persona. So I don't know. I thought her character, though, as a character, was really good. Like Connor said, more maniacal for a villain than we've seen in a long time.
Right.
Really quick to, dispose of the people around her.
That could be the finale, that she's in the finale with, 12th Doctor and Clara, and then all of a sudden John Sim pops up, and it's like,
oh my God.
She's not me. What are you talking about?
He's not coming back. He's said countless times he's not coming back.
Yeah, but I think he is one more time.
No, I reckon he will, or a flashback.
I think he'll come back. If Missy isn't the Master, I think he'll come back and he'll regenerate into Charles Dance. That would be great. And then you have Charles Dance. Yeah. That would be awesome because they're both,
I could see Sims coming back for a one-off episode. He won't come back for multiple.
Not one.
Episodes. He might come back for a one-off episode, to which he might, we could see him either regenerate or, like you were saying, he might end up on Karn to get one of those, the elixir.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be funny, Charlie, if he's in an episode without Missy and he's regenerating, everybody's expecting him to regenerate into Missy and he doesn't? And then people be like, well, wait a minute. What's that? Then everybody's going to start questioning for like years. What the hell? Is Missy the future incarnation, or is she just, not the Master? What's up, Bryan?
Yeah, that's going to be a hard one to, because like the McGann regeneration that we never saw until recently, it was so much speculation on where he was going to fit, and I'm still not. Although I don't hate the John Hurt Doctor, I was a little upset with that.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with that either. I wasn't happy with that because I always felt the Doctor was the one with the trauma. So.
I think you heard how I wanted it to go with him when John Hurt regenerated, to have him regenerate back into McGann. That's how I would have liked to see it. But
yeah, sort of like an in between.
Yeah, whereas
because the drink interfered with the actual regeneration.
Yeah, and have his natural regeneration reverse the process of that elixir. That would have been.
Would have been so cool.
Then you could have kept the numbering. You wouldn't have all this numbering gibberish going on.
Yeah, that's just nonsense.
But I'm not in charge of the show, Jeff. So.
Yes, but even if they did cancel that out, you would still. Then you could explain it away, saying he gave the regeneration energy to River and he was taking Hat, and it would make perfect sense.
Right.
So. Well.
Let's not say perfect sense, but.
What's
for you? Bernard K. has died age 86.
Who?
He was in the Crusade, Dalek's Invasion of Earth, the Faceless Ones.
Oh my God.
Died yesterday, age 86.
Yep.
No.
Rest in peace. That's terrible.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But hello, everybody.
Hi, Bryan.
Hey, Bryan.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. 2015. Series 9.
New beginning. Yeah. How you doing, bro?
Good. 2015.
He almost went to 60, I think.
2015.
All right, so let me go right back to Stephen Price for a second. Stephen, they're filming Tuesday, right?
Possibly next week or the week after, because
Okay.
they've already done the read through a week before Christmas.
Now, I know Connor told me they're filming, I think, right? But
Peter confirmed it was next week.
Okay.
And it isn't The Magician's Apprentice.
I know it's not. But Stephen Price has the luck where they constantly filming where he's at. So he'll be going to the grocery store and be like, boom, there's the TARDIS. It's like, whoa. Right? I think he went for a walk one day, right? And didn't even know they were filming Kill of the Moon?
No,
right?
What it was, I was on Twitter.
Right.
Somebody tweeted that they were filming. I thought, that's not far from me. So I jumped on the next bus and I was there and walked down to the beach and I could see the TARDIS and they were filming.
Okay. Cool.
Looking forward to Series 9.
I'm hoping they film in New York. I keep wanting it so bad, but they may not.
They can't go back to New York in the past. They can't
No,
go back to the
present.
third.
They couldn't go in the present.
They could do. They've done the future of New York. They've done the past. They could do the present. Yeah, that'd
Well,
be
they
cool.
haven't done future New York. They could, actual New York.
They've done new.
Yeah, but that's a different planet. That's a different planet.
Yeah.
That's a different planet, though.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Is Peter Jackson going to do anything?
Yes.
His schedule's full. He's doing Tintin 2.
Oh, he's not doing it?
I think he's doing Tintin 2, so his
No,
schedule's going to be quite full.
No,
I
he
don't know.
said he's got space to do. He said he's got space now because he's only doing Tintin, and he's not doing all of it. There's other people to help him, so he's
Now,
got space.
Moffat's not writing Tintin 2?
No,
Not at all this time.
because he would have to. He had to decide ages ago.
Yeah.
Just in Series 6, and he said he'd rather pick. If he picked Tintin, he'd have to drop Doctor Who. So he
Right.
picked Doctor Who.
Peter Jackson's also got to do the extended version of Battle of Five Armies.
What happened?
That'll be done.
That's probably either done or he's going to do it at the beginning of this year. So who
No,
knows?
they would have done it.
I missed that. What is he doing?
Extended version of the final Hobbit film.
Why would they do an extended? It's already extended.
It's like an hour, another hour or 2 hours. I don't know.
Oh, so he's got to edit it together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Wow.
he's doing the same as the Lord of the Rings. That was extended and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what he does without Lord of the Rings. I want to see him do some cool stuff.
Well, he did
Yeah.
King Kong, didn't he, a few years ago? And that was pretty
Yes.
good.
Yeah, and they're doing new King of Kongs now. They're restarting it.
Yeah, that's going to be really good. And he's going to fight Godzilla. They might build it up.
Loki, man, taking on King Kong. Come on, that's gonna be great. All right, we're gonna stay on topic here. All right, so what we're gonna do is overall Series 8, Bryan, what's your rating? It's hard, I know. Whole series mashed up together with the Christmas special. What's your rating? 1 to 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
And I will give it a 6.
Okay. Louie.
Out of all of them, it's probably the 6. I'd probably say Series 4, Series 3, Series 2, Series 1, the specials. They're my favorites.
But not comparing those. I'm just saying take whole Series 8 together and give it one rating
Okay.
as all the episodes together as a whole.
Can I include Last Christmas?
Yes. I'm including Last Christmas because that's part of the...
Probably about 7.5.
Okay.
Maybe 8.
7 or 8.
I'll give it 8.
Okay. No, I can do. You get 7.5. It's fine. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. All right. We are running down the time here. Okay. So Connor, what do you give it as a whole?
I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's the best of New Who so far.
Okay. Stephen Price.
9.
Okay. Charlie.
I'd probably give it between a 7 and an 8 as well. I thought Last Christmas bumped it up a little more for me.
I'm going to give it a 7 as a whole, and then leave it at that. I am going to say that the only thing I think that we could be definitive is for Series 9 is that Gatiss had wrote the script already, and he's carrying it over, I guess, because I think he said he had 2 stories to do. So I believe that I'm praying that the Ice Warriors is, the script reboot, return, and I think we need some fresh stuff for the season, some old favorites. So I'm hoping that we have the Ice Warriors return. Daniel, we were just going to close this out. How are you?
Hi.
This is Real Whovians cast. And just give me your thoughts because we're on a time limit here. I got about 8 minutes left. Did you see the entire Series 8?
Yeah.
What do you rate it as a whole?
I give it a 10.
Okay. Very good. All right. Perfect score. Very nice. All right. So, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little break. And Steven, if you want to do Horrorcast, anybody want to do Horrorcast with me or Everything Show, let me know. I'm going to take about a 10-minute break. All right? Thank you, guys. Happy New Year, 2015.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Great to see you guys. Take care. Bye for now.